In section 2.1, we'll talk about the rectangular coordinate system, which means we'll start talking about points. Points come with two parts, an X and a Y. And the X always comes first on the left side, and that X value always tells us whether or not we're moving left or right. If it's a negative X value, we'll move to the left. If it's a positive X value, we'll move to the right. So X is determined if we're moving left or right based on if it's positive or negative. If it's negative, we're going to move left. If it's positive, we'll move right. Then we also have a second part to our points, which is called a Y value or Y coordinate. This will determine if we're moving up or down. If it's negative, we'll be moving down. If it's positive, we'll be moving up. So Y values are going to determine whether or not we're going up or down. And it will be moving up if it's positive and down if it's negative. Now, a lot of books call points just points, but sometimes we call them ordered pairs. I like this term a whole lot better because it's clear that the order matters. You can't switch around a point. So if you have a point 1, comma 2, that means you're going to go to the right one and up 2. But the point 2, 1 is not the same. It means you're going to go to the right 2 and only up 1. Now let's take a look at an example. I'm going to draw out our graph. So our graph looks like this, and on the bottom we have our minutes, our time here. And in this example, I'm going to go up to 5 minutes, and has to deal with water filling into a tub. And we'll put a 40 here, and that'll be how much water is in the tub, and we'll say that's in gallons. And so we can draw our graph, and we can put a little point here. And the goal is to be able to read this point in context of the problem. Well, if we look at this point, well, to figure out what its values are, we need to carry it over to the left and down. And it's not perfect, but close enough, we get the idea, is that this point is about 5, comma 40. Remember, we always go with the X first, then the Y second. So if we were to write an actual sentence about this point, what this point is telling us is that after 5 minutes of running water, is that there is exactly 40 gallons of water in the tub. Now, as a side note, this graph does have to end because one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to turn off the water, or what's going to happen to the tub is that it will overfill. One or the other. So generally with these type of things, our graphs stop at some point. They don't keep on going forever.